there's a fantastic subreddit called Tales from Tech Support, and there was a story I saw this morning or yesterday. I think this morning. It was a fantastic story of.
Oh my God! Just fucking tell the story.
Well, not with that attitude, I won't.
Every goddamn time you start to tell a story. So this thing happened the other day. Oh, actually, it might not have been the other day. It might have been just yesterday. But anyway, it was in the afternoon. Oh, now come to think of it, I hadn't had lunch yet, so maybe it was just in the morning. But anyway, I was walking through. Well, I say I was walking through. Really, I was sort of like doing a mild skip.
The thing is, to make it worse, it's never actually things that happen to you either. It's always just something you've read on Reddit.
So you
don't do anything.
Yeah, it's not even your story.
Like, so I was reading about this thing, and it was fantastic. Let me tell you how fantastic it was.
I'm not going to tell you the story now. No one wants to hear the story.
We do want to hear the story. We just want to hear the story, not the 20 fucking million details surrounding it.
I admit I am bad at that, and I apologise. Alright, so story. So I was crawling around. Okay, here we go. Story. Let's go. I need to sign myself up now.
Yeah, more story, less foreplay.
Yeah.
Exactly. Getting me all fucking excited with no payoff.
Right, so story. This guy, right? He was asked by his grandmother to go around and have a look at the laptop because the laptop wasn't working and he wanted a password to log into email or something like that. So he comes over, has a look at the laptop, boots it up. It boots to desktop, not a Windows desktop. This is supposed to be a Windows computer. So he was like, Granny? And she's like, yeah. He was like, what? Why is your laptop Linux? And she goes, what's that? So she had no idea her laptop was Linux, but it was Linux when it was supposed to be Windows. And he says, well, I took it to the shop because it wasn't working, and when I got it back it was like this. So this old lady took her Windows laptop to get it fixed, and they fixed it by uninstalling Windows and reinstalling Linux.
Oh, brilliant.
So that's a story in and of itself, but the interesting thing is...
Oh my fucking God.
What?
Go on, Stefan.
So an install of Windows has a key to it, doesn't it?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes, it
sure.
does.
So if they've uninstalled Windows, where's that key gone? Have they just taken the key off the laptop and then installed a free install of Linux on that laptop? Where's the key gone?
Well, I don't know. Are you going to answer this question? Or are you gonna...
I don't know the answer.
Everything
Is that a philosophical question?
That's bullshit. I hate this. Why the fuck did I just go through that?
I thought it was an interesting story.
Okay, alright. First you tell this fucking story. Fine, whatever. It's great if you like tech. And then you sum up a story with, but that's not the interesting bit. Like, then why didn't you just fucking tell us the interesting bit?
Because if I just told you,
it certainly wasn't. And then you get to the interesting bit of the story. You say, well, that's the story, but this is this. Right, I'm expecting something like grander, like bigger, and then you just ask a question that you don't have the fucking answer to.
I think that you bringing up the whole thing, like, it took so long to get into that story that it bigged up that story to be more than it could possibly
Don't
be.
you blame me for that story.
If I just minced into that story as I was going to and made it sound as tedious as I was going to make it, that interesting bit would have been interesting by comparison to the start of the fucking story.
It was a bit philosophical in a way. It's like, if you uninstall Windows, does the Windows installation key remain? Where does it go?
Fucking hell.
You're a bit like Moss from the IT crowd sometimes.
Alright, so if the start of the story, if you wanted me to just tell the interesting bit and not the rest of the story, let's start again.
Okay.
Okay.
Hello, I'm Daniel. Nice to meet you.
Hello, Dan.
I fucking hate all of you.
So, if you install Linux on a laptop and remove Windows, where does the key go? There we
All
go.
right, that's a fine question. The answer is I don't know. I don't know.
Well, what we can do is we can introduce an element of a context or an event wherein this kind of thing happened, so that we have some
because the
context.
answer
It doesn't answer the
to
question
speculate.
because its context doesn't answer the question.
Precisely. There is still an unanswered question, and now there's just a boring story behind it.
Well, we can speculate that the answer could be that these people took the key, but without telling the story, we cannot come to that conclusion.
They took the key. Where did they take it?
And I don't know, put it in another laptop.
The key is pretty useless if you don't have the lock.
How to tell stories with Stefan.
It really fucking is.
Answer to your question, Stefan, I don't know.
Okay. Well, I found it interesting.
Because when I installed Linux on my laptop, I left the Windows partition.
Yeah, it wasn't a dual boot though.
No, they've actually uninstalled.
Yeah, that's the interesting part.
Windows 10. Or
Oh my god, none of this is the interesting part.
I might just Google it because it's not that philosophical question.
Well, no, I wasn't asking it in
When
general. I was
you
asking for this particular
uninstall-
scenario.
Windows, where does the key go?
But if you don't write down the key, then it goes nowhere.
Okay, so I'm reading this webpage about uninstalling Windows 10. This is from www.windowscentral.com.
Right.
It starts off, while Windows 10 is widely considered to be Microsoft's best OS ever, citation needed. I heard a delightful joke yesterday. Although I don't think it was actually yesterday. It might have been today.
You're making fun of me.
It's all we have to do for amusement. When the game's this tedious.
Okay, we're on the last few battles.
Don't even say that because I know it's not true. Don't get my hopes up. So Stefan was about to tell us this joke. I think it was yesterday. Actually, it might not have been yesterday because I distinctly remember my hair being wet. So it might have been today, just after my shower, which would have been about
you did say you
maybe
were washing your hair
30
today, so
minutes
it's probably
to
today.
an hour ago. Yeah. But then I cut him off. But it might not have been me that cut him off. Maybe I'm remembering it wrong. It might have been Daniel that cut him off.
Nah, Daniel has manners.